Well, all right. Good morning. It is Monday, August 21st. It's about 10:30 in the morning, and I have driven down to Bible Grove this morning, checking it out. Just pulled in the driveway. I brought the trailer down. Also got our security gates. And up at the beginning of the driveway when we come in, we've been, for the longest time, we just laid a tree over the driveway. And that becomes kind of a hassle, having to move that every time. So that we really haven't been doing that. But I've got two sections of gate, and I'm going to take those up there and try to get the gates put in today. That's really the main goal, is if I can get the gates in today. I've just drove down this morning and then dropped all this things here. Just want to check on the trailer, the little camper, and make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Everything, I think, hopefully we didn't get taken over by ants. We had some sugar ants when we were here last time. Man, those things are crazy. But we sprayed good, so maybe that's still okay. Well, and so we'll get a few things done today. I've got a little bit of video to shoot. I've got some work to do. I've got some real estate deals kind of cooking, and hopefully I've got enough signal from my cell phone there to get some calls in and out and some text messages. I think that'll be okay. But we'll get a lot of that done, and maybe we can update with little videos along the way, and that's the day. Okay, well, so that's the idea for the gate. So what we'll have to do is get some measurements here to figure out how tall I want that thing off the ground. Get some measurements here and then put these lag bolts in. I've got a drill that will go into these. I think these are pretty firmly in the ground. They've been in there about a year. And this one leans back just a little bit that way, but that's probably the better thing, to have it a little bit counter. So we can do that. I've got some cable, small cable, that I'm going to probably run from here to that big tree there to give this thing some pull, and then I'll do the same thing with this one. Run a cable loop around here and anchor it back to a tree back there, just to give it some strength, because the weight of this thing is just going to be hanging on it all the time. And I think that will do it. So we'll get after it right quick and see if we can get that done. Okay, so I got these cables up, and they run all the way back to a tree. I put some PEX around that tree back there and run the cable through it so that it won't damage that tree, won't dig into it. Same thing on this side. We've got the cabling. It's just small plastic coated cable run through here, and I've got it pretty tight, as tight as I can hand pull it back to that tree with some PEX around it so it won't damage the tree. And there's going to be some room for some give, because there's no way to really tighten it up without some sort of a turnbuckle. And I can come back at a later time and install turnbuckles into those so that they can be adjusted and tightened up as time goes on, because this will give a little as it starts to settle. But I'm going to get the gate maybe 8 inches off the ground. There in the middle, it's a little bit high, which is great. The great thing about these is once you get these holes drilled, just the further you when you drill your hole into your post, the further you screw this post in. It needs to go in quite a bit, but the further you screw it in, you can adjust the tilt of your gate. So there'll be some adjustment in it. So that's what we're working on now. Now this is the wood GW calls ironwood, and I can tell you why he calls it that. It's extremely, extremely hard. Well, I brought a cheater bar to help me do the turning of those hinges, and I left it down here, so I've got to go down here and get my cheater. Without a cheat bar, you'd never get this done. That's it. Now, straight up and down. Not quite. Now you can hang the gate. Okay, you hang the top one, and we come down here and we mark about where the next one needs to go, which is going to be, if I put it right below where that is, sitting there now, it's going to be a little bit longer because this post is leaning this way just a little bit. So in order to correct that, we'll do us a hole right here. Well, GW is right. I don't know if you can see that. This is a brand new drill bit. I drilled one hole in it, and it literally broke the drill bit. That's amazing. That is some hardwood. All right. Well, after sweating like a pig for a little while, I've got the gate mounted. So I've got a chain that'll go between it. Didn't get my posts exactly 10 feet apart. Actually, I did get them 10 feet apart on center. I did not take in consideration the gap that the hinges would take up. But this will allow the gate to swing in or out either way. And that's great. So that will close the driveway for intruders while we're gone. And that makes me feel a whole lot better. And we do have our security cameras in our... All right, well, it's about 2 o'clock, and man, it's getting hot. It's gonna be the hottest day of the year. We have a gate here at Bible Grove. I think it looks pretty good. We got it padlocked. It turned out pretty even. They do overlap just a little bit. I kind of was hoping that they wouldn't do that, but you know what? Looks pretty good, I think. Man, it's so nice to have a place to go sit down and get in the cool. Just to have the camper here is awesome. And I've got everything secured, I think, pretty well. And we're going to head back. I got a CR tonight and some other things I got to get into, some work stuff this afternoon. So I'm headed back to Franklin, but man, we got the gate up, and that's awesome.